Praise the heavens above, my crappy mustache is gone.
But all that aside, why do the Japanese have to be so I mean, they take something that I would think to be boring, a show about food, and they instead flip it on its head, make the food a backdrop, and turn it into a narrative. What is my crazy ass going on about this time? Samurai Gourmet, a limited one-season show that is just the most wholesome thing you've ever seen. A newly retired Japanese man, Kasumi, discovering new areas of his city and reliving memories of his youth through food. But that's not all. There's always some form of conflict in these episodes where he's eating or otherwise, where he sees this imaginary samurai he wishes he was like taking care of annoying or rude people or just dealing with a really stupid situation. He's like, I wish I could do that, and the samurai in his head is like, oh, I'm so cool, I don't stand for this bullshit, you need to stop being this way, I save everyone, I am cool, samurai.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
This feeds into Kasumi as his motivation for character development. In the start of the show, he almost always chickens out, and by the end he is doing more timid but realistic versions of what his made-up samurai alter ego would do to resolve conflict. But that is only one aspect of the show that makes it Samurai Gourmet had me smiling ear to ear non-stop for the first 4 episodes like a manic person. Why is that? It's just so wholesome. It's the show I needed right now in these times, honestly. Seeing him not only love the food or hate it, which happens sometimes. I mean, the show is fairly realistic in the sense that, yeah, things don't always go super peachy key and there's always some form of conflict, right? But seeing him relive memories like how he used to hate fish, but a great day on the beach with his friends in his youth while eating said fish, at the end of the day, made him like fish. And that is kind of how it goes in real life, right? Not only that, but this old man is ADORABLE. Adorable.
ロケ弁が待ってんだよ。
ロケ弁。
じゃあね、バイバイ。
Plus, he's a simp for a good beer, so I gotta get on board with that. I think there's something about charisma, whether the cooking show has a narrative or not, that really gets me into it. For example, good old Ainsley Harriott, right? Like, sure, the food's good that he's making, but the reason I'm there is for Ainsley. Same thing with this, although it is way more of a narrative than any of the Ainsley Harriott stuff because it's an actual story that you're watching in Samurai Gourmet, right? Like, it's because the main character is just so damn likable. But this isn't all Samurai Gourmet has to offer. There are also life lessons, which I know sounds so cliche and blah blah, and I mean, yeah, sure, maybe the show's a little cliche, who cares, I don't. There were actually 2 life lessons that rarely stuck with me. One being about how even the simplest of jobs is important, as it's useful to people's everyday lives. As soon as you take ownership of your work, you will enjoy it more, or at least not loathe it as much, right?
一人前の仕事ができるようになったら自然とついてくる。今辞めるのはもったいないんじゃないか。
And then side note, the relationship between the main character Kasumi and his wife is really heartwarming. I just love it, man. It's also silly at times, in the perfect like coupley way, you know what I mean?
いや、私に聞かないでよ。何を送ったら喜んでくれるかなって考えながら選ぶ、そういうもんでしょ、プレゼントって。
It's not like the relationship is flawless, but it makes me smile. I love it, I love it. But you can also just get life lessons from Kasumi himself, who starts out really caring what people think and, you know, like always being very self-conscious, and by the end he's a lot less self-conscious, a lot more outspoken, and it could also be sort of a commentary on Japanese culture a little bit. I might be reading into that a little bit too much, but either way, you can even just get life lessons from him, being like, just do what works for you, man. It doesn't matter if nobody else is drinking beer midday. You're retired, okay? You can do it. You know what I mean? But yes, that in a nutshell is why you should inject this show right into your bloodstream for wholesome, fun, mouth-watering character development times. Well, I hope you guys did like that video. I know it was a bit on the shorter side. It's just the show is quite short and there's not much footage of it online, and I just thought, hey, this is all I pretty much wanted to say about the show in a very condensed way. I hope you guys still enjoyed it in spite of the fact of it being short. Yeah, if you enjoyed, comment, like, and subscribe, and share, please. Like, I know people say it really matters, but the reason they say that is because it really does matter. Like, especially the commenting and sharing part, the more people see it, the more people share it. You know, snowball effect. So yeah, I really appreciate that. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, also a little preview for what my next 2 videos are going to probably be about. Either The Mandalorian or Attack on Titan Season 4, we'll see, whichever one rolls around first. Maybe it'll even be about something completely different to those two. You know, I'll have to give it a good old rub, and we'll see.